So about a week ago, I reviewed a brand new fragrance by Dolce and Gabbana, Light Blue Summer Vibes. I did my first impression of it. I let you guys know that in the opening, it was kind of its own thing. As it dried down, it got very close to another fragrance in the line. But I didn't have too much time with it at that point in time. And now that I've worn it 3 times, I can give you guys a full performance, let you guys know how it smells, if it's worth being picked up right now or waiting until it comes on discounters, all of that good stuff. So today, we're doing our full review of Light Blue Summer Vibes. So without further ado, let's get it. Hey, welcome back, my great smelling dudes, to my channel. My name is Randy, aka FragranceDoud. As you guys all know, if you don't, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, follow me on Instagram and TikTok right there, so that we can get straight into this full review. As you guys know, in the first impressions, I do 40 minutes or 30 minutes of the fragrance, letting you guys know what I get from the opening in my first impressions of the fragrance. And I let you guys know in the opening that it was completely different than what I was expecting. As it dried down, it got closer and closer to another fragrance in the line. With the Dolce and Gabbana line, I really like their original DNA, like the Light Blue Eau Intense is one of my favorite designer summer fragrances. It's that kind of marine style, aromatic, citrus fragrance. Really like it. Then they got to that rindy grapefruit for the last 2 years. And I wasn't a big fan. I know that was either hit or miss for people. And it looks like now with their brand new one, they got back into that original DNA, which I was really looking forward to. So I'm going to let you guys know exactly what I get from this, what the projection performance, and if it's worth the retail now, or if you should wait until they come on their Dolce and Gabbana discounter prices, which are usually around 40 or 50 bucks in like 3 months. So today we're going to be talking about a full review of Dolce and Gabbana's Light Blue Summer Vibes. There is a women's version as well that you should get out and try. It has peach in it, and it is actually really nice. It's definitely unisex through and through. So again, this is what the bottle looks like. I'm not going to do the presentation again. The box, really nice. Apparently, it's supposed to look like Spanish tile flooring, which does make sense. To me, it looks just like a blue kaleidoscope, but it is what it is. So the main notes that they gave you for this fragrance were only 3, just like the traditional 3-note breakdowns that are going on with everything right now. And they are lemon, cypress, and woods. In the opening of this fragrance, it really is. It's lemon and a little bit of a cypress undertone, giving it a little bit of like a green aromatic tinge. What I said in the beginning of this fragrance is that whenever I first sprayed it on, it was a dry and dusty woods. When you first spray it on, you obviously get that lemon, and then about 5 minutes into the fragrance, it turns into more of this like dry and dusty woods, which I thought was very unique from the line because you didn't have that dry dustiness or that heavy woodiness in the opening of any of the other fragrances from the line. And then you obviously, instead of the grapefruit, you had lemon in this one, which is mixed with a little tiny bit of either mandarin orange or grapefruit underneath. I can't really tell. And then there's an underlying sweetness, whether it was like tonka or something in this. It's very far down. It's just an underlying sweetness. It even could be amber, but it's a underlying sweetness. And so the fragrance here is very interesting in the opening. As far as compared to the rest of the line, it's still simplistic, dry, dusty wood, citrus, but it was something different. And so that's what I was excited about, is that a lot of people were saying that it was very compared to this Light Blue Eau Intense. Well, in my first impression, I sprayed it on my wrist. Again, that was the opening 30-40 minutes. And I can tell you the second, third, and fourth time I wore it, the dry down came a lot quicker. So in my first impression, it started turning closer and closer and closer to the Light Blue Eau Intense, which is kind of like that heavy citrus with that undertoning woods and aromatics. The blue marine-ish style fragrance, a little bit of aquatics in there. And it was getting closer and closer to that while still remaining with that dusty woods. And I can tell you the second, third, fourth time I wore it, that dry down crept in after about 2 to 3 minutes. As soon as you spray it on, you get a little bit of that dusty woods with the lemon, but then it immediately got more marine, more aquatic. So now just smelling these two side by side right now, I can say there is a very large comparison here. I didn't think so in my first impression. I thought there was a comparison as we got further into the dry down. But again, now that I've worn it a bunch of times, the dry down comes a lot quicker, which is where it's about 80% similar to Light Blue Eau Intense. It just has that dry, dusty woods and a little bit of an undertoning sweetness. That is really the difference between these two fragrances. I was kind of disappointed in that. And again, that's still a really good fragrance. I really love Light Blue Eau Intense. Again, one of my favorite, if not my favorite designer summer fragrance. I love pairing that with Tommy Bahama Set Sail St. Bart's. But with Light Blue Summer Vibes, I just don't think that it measures up to how good this is, because the dry dustiness in here and the undertoning sweetness, it just takes away from the aquatic notes that you got from the Light Blue Summer Vibes that are mixing together again with the marine style and that nice aromatic tone and citrus that you had from the grapefruit and the lemon and I believe there was bergamot in the Summer Vibes, or in the Light Blue Eau Intense. So my now thoughts on it are, it's not worth the price. So the price right now that I bought this for, I believe was $120 or $112, somewhere in that vicinity for a 150 milliliter. They do have a smaller size, but because Dolce and Gabbana's after about 2 to 3 months are always known to drop in price on Joma Shop, Fragrance Net, Fragrance Buy to about 40 to 50 bucks. I definitely don't think that you guys should go out and buy this if you already own this or if you already know what it smells like and you didn't pick it up because of that. And that's a far stretch away from what I said in my first impressions, again, because I got to the dry down quicker as I wore it more on my skin. So again, just a very quick comparison. This one is literally just dusty woods with lemon in the opening. It gets closer and closer to Light Blue Summer Vibes as you get about 5 to 10 minutes into the fragrance. It gets those slight aquatic notes, a little bit more of that almost grapefruit lemon mixture, some aromatics, some musky undertones. That is pretty much what you have with the fragrance. This one just doesn't have that dusty woods. It's just a normal woods in this one, kind of like a cedar or something like that. And then this one has a slight undertoning sweetness. So if I had to say they're about 80% similar, just this one is better just by a little bit, I'd say this is about an 8.5 or a 9 for me, while this one is about an 8.0, 8.2. So I can tell you, if you don't own this, go out, try them both. See which one that you like better, but I wouldn't pick this one up if you already own that. Wait until it comes for those designer discount prices for the Dolce and Gabbanas. As far as the performance is concerned, this one is actually lighter as well. So this one gets you about 6 to 7 hours with above average projection for 2 hours, and then it's more of a personal bubble after that. This one is more of a moderate projector, and then it becomes a personal bubble very quickly at about 45 minutes, and then it sits down on your skin to more of a skin scent after about 2 hours. Overall, it's still a good fragrance. Will I keep it? Obviously, yes, I'm going to keep it, but I just don't think that my thoughts from the original first impression of it being one of the best in the line, if not the best in the line, is definitely there. This one's better. Let me know what your thoughts are whenever we get into the comments and stuff like that. I'm very interested to see the people who have tried this. I know that a lot of you guys were saying it's compared to this. Again, you were correct. It's just the first time I sprayed it on a tester, and so I wasn't smelling it fully on skin. And the second time I did spray it on my skin, and again, it got to that dry down quicker, which is where on skin, you want to test this on skin for sure. It gets to that dry down quicker. You get those more aromatic, marine, aquatic tones. It's still a really good fragrance. It's going to be a spring and summer centric fragrance, one that you can wear in pretty much any situation, from going to work, to the gym, out of the shower, whatever it might be, running errands. You can even wear it out at night, but it's more of a daytime fragrance, probably. If anything, of the two, this is probably one that you can wear more often because it has that undertoning sweetness and more woods. But that's really it. If you like the more masculine fragrances, this one comes off just a little bit more masculine than this one because it does have those more dusty woods. That's pretty much it. Yeah. There's nothing really much more to say about it. Like the fragrance, not overly enjoying the fragrance because I already know Light Blue Eau Intense Is it a cash grab? Yeah, it is, but it's a good cash grab, to be honest with you. But just wait until it comes on discounters. Again, 40, 50 bucks. Keep an eye on my community tab. I'll let you guys know when the price does drop. And then again, we'll be back with another one. Let me know again in the comments what you think. And again, I'll be back with another video tomorrow. Peace out.